Really good to be back, and we're really excited to show you guys some cool stuff today.
Absolutely. And cool stuff there definitely will be. We've got our usual assortment of news. We've got product reveals, some special other stuff at the end. So definitely stick with us. It's going to be an action-packed show, exactly what you would expect from a Star Wars live stream. But yeah, Eric, it's been, I think, early November is the last time we were on here. And it's like a completely new galaxy since then. What's all happened in the past few months?
Yeah, so a bunch has happened over, like, even just since the last time when we spoke and we were here. Obviously, Mando finished up its second season, and we had the reveal of the Book of Boba Fett TV series. We also had all the Mando Monday reveals, as well as, obviously, all of that new entertainment that was announced from Lucasfilm and Disney. It's really a great time to be a Star Wars fan. There's just so much coming down the pipeline.
I know, it's amazing. The Mando Monday is so exciting. The Black Series Mandalorian helmet, the Force Effects Elite lightsaber, the Nerf Amban rifle, Black Series figures, vintage figures, retro figures, archive figures, everything. Great product for kids. It was such an exciting time. And yeah, you hit on it. Like, my shirt here, I guess, is a bit of a spoiler. So fans, block this part out if you haven't seen all of Mando Season 2. But just some quick advice. If you have not seen all of Mandalorian Season 2, finish this live stream, of course, but then drop everything else and go out and watch it, because it's amazing. So we could spend, obviously, the whole live stream talking about the past few months. But again, so much to get into, so we are going to dive into the show. The first thing we wanted to do, as you guys know, we sometimes do housekeeping items on these live streams. We wanted to do a couple up front just to address some issues that community's been talking about. So the first one is regarding pre-orders. So we just wanted to start off, wanted to kind of speak to this and apologize for the recent frustration and inconvenience that's been happening with pre-orders. Obviously these have come up in the past couple of years, and in recent years, the goal of pre-orders was to be a great new tool for you guys in the fan community, basically to kind of reserve your desired items when they're revealed. That was the original goal. We understand that there have been challenges in practice, and we're definitely fully aware of the fan response to our recent pre-orders. As we always say, kind of, we've got our ear to the ground, we're reading the fan sites, and so we're definitely aware, in many cases, we are fans ourselves and have purchased a lot of these items. So we're focused on addressing these issues across all of the places for our fan items. So just know that those conversations are happening. We're also honestly assessing whether some items would be better not pre-ordered immediately. And that's taking place here in this live stream. So we will highlight throughout the live stream which items that we're revealing today will be available for pre-order, not today, and when they can be available to be purchased. As always, again, this is just an example. We do value the feedback from the fan community. We're always striving to drive the business to make it a better experience for you guys. So let us know in the comments what else we can do to improve the overall experience for you. The second housekeeping issue we wanted to talk about was our vintage collection specialty waves. So we wanted to that latest specialty wave for the vintage collection. As you guys know, we do a couple of these throughout the year. They're basically similar to the archive collection in Black Series. The goal is targeted. These are entirely targeted at pulling in new fans. Kids, we know that, there's a lot of kids buying the vintage collection, casual fans, new fans, especially internationally outside the US. These were never intended to be for established collectors. We've got our whole mainline for that. We have some package refreshes in mainline that are intended for the established collector. But the specialty waves, those 2 waves a year, were always supposed to be for new fans. When we launched these back in 2019, the intent of these was to never hit traditional brick and mortar retail, only in the fan channel here in the US. But obviously, as we know, as you guys have called out, this hasn't happened always, especially with the most recent wave. So we've looked into this for that first wave of 2021. We've been assured that there's only minimal quantities at brick and mortar. So that shouldn't kind of stop up pegs. And then additionally, we stated this previously, I think in November in a fan site interview, but to fix this in 2021, after 2021, in 2022, we're moving these specialty waves to a completely different SKU. So instead of having to choose between waves, retailers can now just simply not take the specialty wave SKU. And if they do, it will live on a different peg. So we're hopeful that this will solve out that particular issue. But again, stick with us. That'll take place in 2022. And here in 2021, we're closely managing those quantities. So hopefully we see some improvements there. All right, so that's it for our upfront housekeeping. Let's get into the product, which is obviously what we love, what you love, and what we're here to talk about. So what we're going to celebrate here in 2021 marks Lucasfilm Studios' 50th anniversary. It's such an exciting milestone, and it's going to be one of our major product themes throughout the year. 50 years ago, the studio that we brought us such great entertainment, including, especially for us, Star Wars. 50 years ago, they were founded. So we're going to mark major milestones for Star Wars in the 50-year history of Lucasfilm throughout our product line this year. You may recall we revealed the packaging for our archive collection at PulseCon, and that featured some of those Lucasfilm First 50 Years elements. That's going to be a big feature of our Lucasfilm First 50 Year. Lucasfilm also announced this program in December, and this here on this live stream is our kickoff to the Hasbro product portfolio for the Lucasfilm First 50 Years. For an eagle-eyed fan, which I'm sure you are, we teased this last night on IGN with our original Kenner Deco program. It was revealed. Hopefully you saw it, but if not, take a little peek behind the scenes here. We're going to start with that program and give you some of those details. So, Eric, tell us a little bit about what's going into that program.
Yeah, so we've had a couple original Kenner Deco Black Series figures over the past 2 years. The first was actually the convention-exclusive Boba Fett in 2019. And last year we had Forlom and Zuckuss, which was also utilizing the original Kenner Deco and taking inspiration from that. And this is a perfect way to kick off the Lucasfilm First 50 Years because it not only celebrates our heritage, but also it celebrates Lucasfilm's heritage as well.
Absolutely. So these products, as those ones in 2019, 2020 did, they are characters from the original Star Wars trilogy, obviously. They're done in the color deco scheme of the original Kenner toys, but they're brought into our most recent fan line, Black Series 6-inch. So just great kind of bookending of the Lucasfilm First 50 Years. So the following 3 items make up this collection in the Lucasfilm First 50 Years. The first one, hopefully you saw it last night. If not, you're seeing it live. Is our Jawa. Looks amazing. So we went, obviously, with his vibrant, staying true to that original Kenner release. And as you can see here, we did decide to go with a soft goods execution. As you guys know, I'm sure, Kenner quickly moved soft goods from the original vinyl. So we wanted to stay true to that most iconic figure, where they ultimately landed. The packaging is also great, and it really ties this program together. You're seeing an image there on the screen. On all of these packages, obviously, we went back to the original film outs, have to stay true to that heritage. And as you can see, we added that Lucasfilm First 50 Years logo to the front of the pack. Again, every item in the Lucasfilm First 50 Years will have that logo, and it really ties it all together. And also tying it together, on the back of the packaging, you can see that there's a timeline featuring Lucasfilm's 50-year history. Again, this will be on all of our Lucasfilm First 50 Year items. It calls out all of the major milestones that we're celebrating throughout the course of the program. And as you can see, it hones in on the particular one that this specific item celebrates. So we're excited about that wrap over the whole program, and that is our Jawa.
Yep. And up next, hopefully you guys saw it earlier, we have Greedo. So this one also matches that Kenner original deco really closely. We just went with the brighter green and those darker green stripes on his arms and kind of just all over the character. The original Greedo actually did not have a vest in the original Kenner version. He was a little bit more simplified in his outfit. So we are releasing him without his vest for the first time in the Black Series 6-inch, which just hopes to stay more true to that original release. And up next, once again, hopefully you guys already saw this, but we also have the Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this is another character that we matched the colors for the original release, really trying to go after those brighter oranges and browns. This is also the first original Kenner Deco figure with a human face, which was definitely something that we had to figure out, and we decided to keep the photoreal Deco on these figures for Black Series, and we lightened the hair slightly to match that original release. The most unique thing about this figure, as you can tell, is obviously he has the vinyl cape. Which is a new execution for us in the Black Series line, and it is a great way for us to pay tribute to those original figures and how they executed those capes for those characters. And we're really happy with how they turned out. And this is also the first original Kenner Deco figure with a lightsaber. And we ended up making the lightsaber opaque in order to stay true to that original. The slightly more simplified version of that lightsaber. And we really wanted to pay homage to that original release. These items are available exclusively at Amazon and are available for pre-order right now. And they'll be on shelf later this spring.
Absolutely. So again, just kind of as Eric did, calling those out. Those items pre-order right now if you like them. Again, watch the whole live stream and then go to Amazon where you can get them. Those are super cool. I love the original Kenner Deco items. Again, love kind of the heritage and the homage to the past. But, you know, I'm sure you guys are tuned in. You saw those last night on IGN. Cool to get the details and the behind the scenes for the decisions. But let's get to the reveals, the new product that has not been announced yet. A total of 10 product reveals today, 5 from the Black Series and 5 from the Vintage Collection. So we talked about Black Series original Kenner Deco. Let's keep kicking things off with the first Vintage Collection program in our Lucasfilm First 50 Years program. So just like original Kenner Deco, our Vintage Collection is all about celebrating the origins of Star Wars. Obviously, the card backs go to the original, but they have kind of all those original features. And they celebrate, obviously, the original Kenner toy line. And of course, what better way to celebrate the Vintage Collection within the Lucasfilm First 50 Years than with our ongoing effort to bring characters from 96 Kenner figures to the Vintage Collection. This is our original 96 program. So last year, as you know, we revealed a few original 96 items. We stated a renewed focus on the original 96. We're not gonna complete it all this year. This is gonna take some time, and it's just kind of a great focus to pepper in throughout the line to do a few characters here and there. So that's certainly going to be the goal this year. We can expect to see a few peppered in throughout the line. So that begins in 2021. There will be more, but it begins with this program of original 96 figures as part of the Lucasfilm First 50 Years celebration. So up first, this is his first time in the Vintage Collection. So excited to announce it's the ATST driver. Eric, tell us what's going on with this amazing figure.
So this figure has been previously released in multi-packs or with the ATST vehicle. This is the first time on his own original card back, fulfilling an original 96 slot, as Patrick mentioned earlier. We did update him with the photoreal deco that we've been applying to all of these human characters, as well as with all original 96 figures, the goal is to recreate the original Kenner figures in the line. So getting the film outs as close as possible to the original is key. So for this item, we are featuring the vehicle on the film out instead of the character himself, because if that's how it was done in Kenner, that's how we are going to do it as well.
Absolutely. We do have, it's interesting. We have lots of conversations about making sure that we stay true to all the details and precedents and principles of the original Kenner line. We take that seriously. Now, if you've got an ATST driver in your line, maybe you might keep him, and that's great. If you take him out of the pack, you're definitely going to need someone for him to battle with. So you might need Clue the Ewok, another great addition to our Kenner original 96 figures. So you can see, again, kind of the card back is key. We're actually the original Kenner card artwork on this figure. And Eric, what's going on with the product itself?
So the one thing with this character that we really wanted to focus on was the Ewok accessories and capture all of that great detail that we see on this figure. He features a newly sculpted hood with the feather sticking out of the top, and he comes with new dagger and staff accessories. The deco is also updated with a wash to pick up all of that great fur detail that you can see in the images on the screen right now. He looks really, really good. We're really happy with him.
That's awesome. Love seeing those updates. They take an already good figure and just really improve him and hopefully make him definitive. All right. As we said, great updates there. Very excited about that. Now, if you've got any Ewok, if you've got a lot of Ewoks, some Ewoks, you obviously need one of their favorite people. We're not talking about C-3PO. We're talking about from Return of the Jedi in her Endor outfit, Princess Leia. Eric, what's going on with this figure?
So again, we have some really great updates on this character in particular. We created a new head sculpt with some great detail in her braided hair in particular to get that likeness to Carrie Fisher. And it has the portrait also has the photoreal deco in order to really punch up that realism. It comes with a newly tooled helmet and added detailed weathering deco for that helmet as well. We also looked closely at movie reference, and we created new camouflage fabric pattern for her poncho with a more accurate detail in this scale. And she is going to be a great addition to the vintage collection.
Absolutely. I will definitely, I love my original vintage version of this character in 3 3/4 inch super articulation. But great to get her updated and into the vintage collection for the first time. So these items are all exclusive to Walmart. They're not available for pre-order today. We might come back later with pre-order details, but they are on shelf later this spring. So again, on shelf later this spring, stay tuned possibly for some pre-order details later. And that is not the end of our original 96 reveals here in 2021. We will have more, again, not completing the whole set, but we will have more in 2021, so stay tuned to those, which is very exciting.
And let's turn now to the next Black Series program in our Lucasfilm First 50 Years celebration. Those programs that we just showed celebrated the original trilogy, but as we said, we are going to celebrate many of the major milestones, including when Star Wars returned to the big screen. We celebrated the Phantom Menace in Black Series in 2019 with our celebration exclusive Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul. We wanted to continue that program in the Lucasfilm First 50 Years. Each Star Wars entertainment has their iconic troopers, but before Clone Troopers took the stage in Episode 2, you had these guys coming on a Phantom Menace-inspired cardback for the first time. It's the Battle Droid.
Nice.
So this is the same product release as in the 2019 mainline. We wanted to recreate the original 1999 release as closely as possible, including the first time we see the Hasbro logo on a Star Wars figure. Because, of course, Episode 1 was the first Star Wars film under Hasbro. One exception is there's actually no Comtech on the packaging. That was one update we did make from that original cardback release. We also added the foil to make it fit with the Celebration exclusives from 2019 that we showed earlier. And of course, Phantom Menace saw many new characters, including one of the coolest Jedi that we've ever seen. It's Mace Windu. So we're really happy and excited to be able to get him into the line and into this collection. This is also the same product release as in the 2019 mainline. And just looks really striking on that the Episode 1 cardback, and it was our first introduction to this character in the universe, and it was really cool to be able to see him on there. So, if you got the 2019 Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, you know that they have an image of the Duel of the Fates on the back of the pack. To complete the Duel of the Fates, you will need Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah, it's really he's definitely one of my favorite characters. I love Qui-Gon Jinn. And so photoreal is but not always as simple as just applying to the previous sculpt. We attempted to do the photoreal execution onto this sculpt, and it just wasn't meeting Black Series standards. So we ended up retooling the head with slightly different eyes in order to accept that photoreal deco execution a little bit better, and to help to elevate it to the levels of the other figures that we've been doing. And so finally, this guy was long overdue in the Black Series, and he's going to look great on a Phantom Menace card back in the Black Series 6-inch. It's Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, the addition of that character in the very first introduction, the first time we saw him in the Star Wars universe, this character is the obviously takes inspiration from that episode 1 card back, and this one will come with the one accessory, the spear accessory that was shown in that original release. Once again, trying to pay tribute to those original card backs and those original releases. So we're really excited to be able to get this into the line and be able to have this as part of the collection. These items are available exclusively at Best Buy and are available for pre-order today at 1 p.m. and they'll be on shelf later this spring.
That's awesome. All right. We have more product reveals and, again, more fun news at the end. But that's it for today for the Lucasfilm First 50 Years. But, again, it's just the start of the excitement throughout 2021. We're going to have many more programs as part of this celebration, and we will have many more reveals as part of the Lucasfilm First 50 Years throughout the spring, summer, and into the fall. It's going to be a full year celebration. So we're excited for it. We hope that you are too. So stay tuned throughout 2021 for more amazing news from the Lucasfilm First 50 Years program. So that's it for that program. But again, we have more reveals, so stick with us. We have 3 more, 2 in the collection and 1 in the Black Series. So let's start with 1 from the Vintage collection. Now, as you guys know, Clone Wars returned last year with Season 7, and it's still close to our hearts. You know, I feel like it was just yesterday that I saw that epic conclusion on Mandalore. We love the show. We're excited to keep building out more Clone Wars in both the Vintage collection and in Black Series. So this product reveal from the Vintage collection, this character's look from Clone Wars Season 7. But as you guys know, we have much more to see from her. It's Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano, looking amazing in the Vintage collection. Eric, what's going on with this product?
So this is a brand new sculpt inspired by her Season 7 costume, down to the lining on the torso and the detailed pattern on her armored skirt. Ahsoka is obviously a very athletic and adept character in the entertainment, so we really wanted to make sure that she could get into those really iconic poses to be able to pose her out and photograph her. And so we created strategic cuts within her skirt, which is also molded in a soft flex plastic. As you can see here, there are some really cool poses she can get into. We also gave her rocker ankles to help to play that up as well. And she comes complete with her 2 iconic lightsabers in blue blade color, as Anakin updated them in the entertainment. So next, let's move to the Black Series before our final Vintage collection reveal. On our last live stream in November, we revealed Hunter and Crosshair in Black Series. We didn't have packaging to share then, but we actually do now. The Hunter and Crosshair have appeared in both Clone Wars and will star in the Bad Batch. And as you can see, the packaging here is actually from the Bad Batch. Our next reveal builds on that Bad Batch collection, a brand new Trooper variant, the Elite Squad Trooper.
Wow.
So this figure has a brand new black deco applied to a Clone Trooper Phase 2 sculpt and comes with a standard Clone Trooper DC-15S blaster. This is the first time that we're seeing this deco execution on a Clone Trooper, and we're really excited for you guys to be able to see him later on in the Bad Batch, and you'll find out more about this character later.
That looks amazing. I love seeing all the different cool Trooper variants that we produce, or that Lucasfilm produces within the universe. And again, just love seeing them in toy form. That looks great. Alrighty, so let's go on to our final product reveal from the Vintage collection and our final product reveal for the day. But again, after our product reveals, we have more news you won't want to miss, so stick with us. This reveal for the Vintage collection is also from Clone Wars Season 7. And in fact, this is the first time we've ever done this figure in any of our fans' expressions. That's right, it's Darth Maul. Let's see him on the big screen. Eric, what's going on with this amazing figure?
So this is also a brand new sculpt for the Clone Wars Season 7 look. He has really high level of articulation and also features those rocker ankles that Ahsoka also had. It's always fun to be able to capture the realistic portrait of these animated characters. For this portrait in particular, the team did a really amazing job of getting this sculpt to be as close to the live action actors as possible. But we also lengthened his face just a little bit in order to blend it with his animated expressions and how he looks in the Clone Wars. We also utilized the digital photo real deco for the intricate face tattoos, and they look more crisp and accurate than ever on this character. He comes with his iconic double-bladed lightsaber, which can break apart into two separate blades. And he is just an amazing addition to the line and will be a great foe for Ahsoka.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see all of the photography of that epic showdown. Those last three items, the vintage Ahsoka and Maul and the Black Series Elite Squad Trooper, those are all available for pre-order today at 1 p.m. They're mainline items, so they'll be available at most major retailers, including Hasbropulse. So if you like the look of those, check them out in a couple hours. And of course, they will be on shelf later. That's it for our product reveals. But again, I tease exciting news. So let's see if it's truly as exciting as I said. Just trying to stay tuned into what you guys as the fans want. And we're trying to listen to that. We talked about that a little more here. All of the product reveals that we just did will be on shelf in the next several months. They're product that we had, samples for that we could photograph and show you what the actual toy product will look like. But we've heard you guys say that you'd love to see further down the pipeline than just a few months. Again, we can only do a few months with product, but we've heard you say that you'd like to see further down the pipeline. So we are going to try that out today. We're doing a little test with what we like to call pipeline reveals. Now, again, kind of by their very nature, we don't have a product that we can reveal for these items. We don't have those samples yet. So the official product unveiling and pre-order will be at a future event. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to reveal some of the character selects that we're doing this fall and even into 2022 in both the Black Series and the Vintage Collection. So again, as mentioned, we're trying this out. We're trying something new. So let us know in the comments if you like this new idea and it's potentially something we can do again in the future. So first up, the Black Series. We talked just a bit ago about the Bad Batch. Eric revealed that amazing new Elite Squad Trooper, and we showed the packaging for Hunter and Crosshair. Now, if you're going to have Hunter and Crosshair, you're going to need more of that Bad Batch crew, which brings us to the first pipeline reveal, Tech. He looks amazing. It's going to be great to keep building out that Bad Batch crew.
And the Bad Batch is great, but so is Clone Wars. And we had product reveals for 2 TVC Clone Wars characters earlier, but want to keep building out the Clone Wars in the Black Series. And we will start with this next character, Aura Singh.
Great.
So this bounty hunter is the first seen in episode 1, and then a recurring appearance in the Clone Wars to cause trouble for the Republic. Great to get another Clone Wars character and another cool-looking alien into the line.
Mm-hmm.
And switching gears, we didn't have any Mandalorian product to reveal today, but with a property as amazing as Mando, that will change soon, starting with this next character, Zero.
Nice.
So we love droids, and in Star Wars, it's great to see this cool-looking droid from Mandalorian and continuing to build out that Mandalorian presence in the Black Series. And last month, we also revealed the Black Series Bo-Katan character. If you have Bo, you have to have Casca Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
It's another great member of the Night Owls in the line. It'll be great to have her along with Bo-Katan.
Absolutely. All right. Now for our final Black Series pipeline reveal. Now, obviously, all of this new entry is great. We love it. We love Clone Wars, Mandalorian. We're so excited for Bad Batch and what is also to come. But there are still the classics, including this next character from the original trilogy in the Black Series for the first time. It's General Lando Calrissian, looking super smooth. So exciting. All right. So that's it for pipeline reveals for the Black Series. We are also eager to continue building out Mandalorian figures in the Vintage Collection. So we're excited to pipeline reveal this next character. It's IG-11. Looking good. It's going to be great to bring IG-11 into the line and continue to build out those characters that ride on and interact with the Razor Crest. All right. Our next pipeline reveal is probably my favorite thing that we're revealing today in terms of pipeline. Like we said, there are still the classics, and this character is one of the most iconic characters and looks in the original trilogy. He's long overdue for an update, and for the first time in the Vintage Collection, we're going to have Lando Calrissian in his Empire Strikes Back look. Again, looking super smooth. Can't wait for him to come to the Vintage Collection. So that's it for pipeline reveals. That's it for both scales. But again, it's going to be a great year for both Black Series and the Vintage Collection. We have, for the Vintage Collection, more new figures hitting the shelves in 2021 than in any year since the Vintage Collection had launched, which is super exciting. So again, if you liked those characters, get excited for the product unveiling and pre-order at an event in the future. And again, let us know in the comments if you like these pipeline reveals, and it's maybe something we can do again in the future. So that's it for today. We made it. Hopefully it looked as good out there as it did in here. But again, 2021 is going to be an amazing year throughout the year, starting with the Lucasfilm first 50 years, but then obviously there's going to be so much more. So stay with us all year. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Hasbropulse YouTube page for more Fan First Friday news and other great content. And fans out there, friends, Eric, we'll see you again soon, and may the Force be with you.